Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Notes from the Sewing Room. If you are new here, my name is Becky and thank you very much for tuning in today. I'm going to be sharing 10 different ideas in this video of decorations that you can make for your home and Christmas tree this festive season. They are simple, they're quick and they're cheap, so I hope you're going to enjoy making these things in the short amount of time that I'm sure you probably have, much like me, in the run-up to Christmas. Well, as I'm filming this video, we've got about 2 weeks to go until the big day itself. So I thought I would share 10 different easy things that you can make for your home and, like I said, for your Christmas tree in the run-up to Christmas Day itself. And I know a lot of people get really excited around this time of year, so do I. So I just love making stuff for the house, and you know, Christmas just gives me that really good excuse to get crafting, get sewing, and you know, make things as gifts for other people. So I think making Christmas decorations is a lovely thing to do for yourself, for your family, and also for other people as well. They make fantastic gifts. So I hope you're going to enjoy what I've got to show you. You may be able to catch a glimpse at some point during the video of my laptop, because I've got that just to the side here, just to remind me of some of the things that I wanted to share with you today. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you my ideas. Now, I always think that using materials that you've got around the house is a great way to start crafting. I love upcycling, and I think this project lends itself to that. So I'm going to be sharing with you, I'm going to be putting some footage on the screen here. I'm going to be putting all these links for the ideas below of things that I'm going to be sharing with you today, so that you can find them easily if you would like to give these crafts a try. So the first thing I want to share with you is making some peg doll Christmas tree decorations. Obviously a lot of us do have pegs at home. You're going to be needing a wooden peg for these decorations. So if you don't have those, you can pick them up from local haberdashery shops and also kind of hardware shops as well, depending on what you've got in your local area. They can be designed in lots of different ways. I've actually made some that are in kind of little dolly design for my Christmas tree. To make this project, you're really not going to need many things at all. The main thing you're going to need is a wooden dolly peg, as well as some other bits and pieces to decorate your Santas. So I think you could probably use felt if you've got that hanging around at home, bits of red fabric. If you've got paint, you can paint the face in that way. On the peg dolls that I made, I painted the face and then I added a pom-pom on for the skirt at the bottom, which looks really sweet. You can make these in lots of different ways depending on what you've got hanging around at home. If you have got things like pipe cleaners, they work really well. Just scissors, bits of paper, anything you'd like. But these decorations are so easy to make, I think you can whip them up in about 15 minutes. But the ones that I'm sharing on the screen at the moment are Santa designs, and I think they're just absolutely perfect to add that little bit of cheer and give your Christmas tree a bit of a homemade feel. Idea number 2 that I wanted to share with you today is making a lovely, pretty and easy Christmas tree garland. So paper crafts I always think are really relaxing, so why not raid your children's craft box if you've got any children in your house, or just visit your local kind of haberdashery shop or local paper-based shop and buy some lovely papers and create something really colourful and beautiful for your home. If you did want to go for a traditional Christmas tree vibe, then why not use green paper? You could perhaps have different shades of green. That could be really pretty. But of course you could mix this up and use different coloured papers as well, depending on what you've got lying around. This is a really simple craft that I think you could do in an evening in front of the TV, or you could sit down as a family and make this around your dining room table. So I think there's something here for the whole family to enjoy, and it's something of course that you could bring out year after year, and something that, you know, is going to be you know, a lovely thing to do on a rainy afternoon. I'm going to share some footage on the screen from minted.com, because they've got the instructions of how to make this Christmas tree garland, and it's, like I say, it's so simple, it's so easy. I think everyone can get involved with it, and you really don't need many things to get going. Literally paper or kind of hard card, depending on what kind of thing you want to go for. You want some string or maybe some ribbon if you haven't got any string lying around, some scissors, or some kind of craft knife if you are an adult trying this project. It's something that could probably be made in about half an hour, so you really don't have to have a lot of time, and it's something that's really fun as well. Idea number 3 that I'm sharing with you in today's video is making a homemade wreath for Christmas. I was well and truly bowled over and just inspired by one that I saw on Instagram recently, and that was by Amy of Almond Rock. So I'm going to put a little bit of footage on my screen here of Amy's blog, and she's going to talk you through how to actually make this wreath. So it's really pretty, and again, you can kind of use things that you've got lying around the house to make this project. All you need is the base, so you can buy the the wreath, a plain wreath from your local kind of hardware shop or somewhere that sells Christmas decorations. You can probably pick one up from eBay or Amazon, anywhere that you can get one basically in time for Christmas to start this craft. And of course, it's something that you can bring out year after year and wow any visitors that you've got coming over to your house. The one that Amy's made has got some beautiful houses on there, it's got some Christmas trees, and it's got a kind of sprinkling of snow all over it, which I think is just perfect for Christmas time, and it really gets you in that kind of festive spirit just by looking at it. The great thing about having a go at this project is that on Amy's blog she does talk you through step by step how to actually put this together. She shares also a free template that she got for the little houses made out of card, and she also uses very creatively, I must say, some Daz soap powder to create the snow all around. So just goes to show that you really can use anything that you've got lying around the house to make Christmas crafts. Now, idea number 4 that I want to share with you is something that I remember doing at school, and it's something that I think I'm definitely going to have a go at in the run up to Christmas this year as well, and that is making some salt dough ornaments for my Christmas tree. So why not give this one a go? Again, you could do this yourself, you could do this with your children, you could do this with your grandchildren or friends, depending on what the restrictions are currently in your area. And yeah, it's just a really fun craft that you can make using, just a few bits and pieces that you've got in your kitchen probably, and also you could make a cardboard template to perhaps make a Christmas tree design, a heart design, a flower design, some holly, whatever you would like to do that would look beautiful on your Christmas tree. And then of course, when it's baked and it's set, you can then paint it, and it can just look absolutely beautiful in your home for years to come. And also, I think you could also make these kind of ornaments for name tags. So why not, rather than making a Christmas tree or something, actually do an initial? So for me, you could do a B for Becky, and then you could make a little hole in the top, tie some ribbon through and paint that, and then the person that you're gifting that to, maybe on the top of their Christmas parcel, they can then keep that gift tag and use it as a Christmas ornament for years to come. I think that would be just such a nice present to receive, and it's something that I would love, so I hope that you will love it as well. To make this project, all you're going to need is 3 things, and that is flour, water and salt. That is to make the actual decoration itself, and then of course you can, like I said, make a template, download a template online, and if you want to paint it, you'll need some paints as well. But I just think that this is a great one that everyone can have a go at, and it's a really quick one to do if you're just looking for that quick Christmas craft. Idea number 5 that I want to share with you today is from some of my favourite vloggers. So they are the Stitch Sisters. So in the run up to Christmas this year, the Stitch Sisters have put out a range of different vlogs showing you different things that you can make for your Christmas tree or for your home in the run up to the festive season. And one of those ideas that I really like is making a hanging reindeer for your tree. So again, to make this, you can use fabrics that you've got hanging around your house that you don't want anymore. You could use perhaps some old fabric from a pair of trousers or a cushion. You could use some felt, that kind of thing. And then really, apart from that, all you'll need is something to stuff your reindeer with, so a little bit of stuffing of some sort, and something to hang it on your tree with. But the Stitch Sisters do talk you through everything that you need to do to make this project on their video. So I'm going to share that link below, and I'm going to put some footage on the screen as well so you can see it. But I definitely recommend that you check out all of the Stitch Sisters videos that they've done for Christmas this year. They've got some great ideas on there. And the great thing is that they're all free templates that you can download, and there's videos to accompany, the projects as well. So it really does kind of guide you through and hold your hand through that whole process if you are new to sewing or you are new to crafting and you just want that little bit of help and assistance to guide you on the way. Now, idea number 6 that I'm sharing with you today is something that I found on Pinterest, and it's something that also some friends of mine told me about. This is a really good craft that you can have a go at if you are new to crafting and perhaps you're a little bit nervous to give this a go. This is a really good project to try. So I found on Pinterest lots of lovely ideas of filling plastic baubles. So you could fill them with anything at all, and you could make these also as gifts for other people, which I think would be really nice. So some friends of mine actually picked up some plastic baubles from their local craft shop, and they filled them with little Lego characters, and they stuck them down with some glue at the bottom, and they also made some other bits and pieces to go inside. I actually saw on Kirsty Allsop's Christmas craft program recently that she did a very similar project, but rather than using any kind of character to put inside, she actually shaved some crayons. So just kind of regular children's crayons. She shaved lots of different colours of those, put them inside the bauble, kind of shook it up and dried it a little bit with the hairdryer. So I recommend that you check out this programme. It was on Channel 4 here in the UK. You'd be able to see, I think it was in the first episode of the show this year, and it probably sounds a bit random, but it really worked, and all of the crayons kind of melted into the bauble, and you have to make sure that you don't over melt them, I think, because then they probably go all kind of bubbly and won't look very nice. But if you just give them a little bit of a warm, then actually it looks really creative and something kind of really arty, so you could give that a go. But perhaps if you wanted to try something a little bit easier, perhaps you could fill a bauble with some beads. So you could pick up some beads from a local craft shop, or of course you could go to your local charity shop, pick up some old beads from there, or perhaps you've got some beads lying around the house that you don't want anymore, so you could just take them off of their string, fill the baubles with those, and that could look really pretty to hang on your Christmas tree. Perhaps you can have a go at painting the inside of the bauble if you are feeling creative, depending on how the bauble actually comes apart. So perhaps if you've got a plastic bauble that separates in the middle, you could paint the bottom section and paint the top section, wait for it to dry, and then stick it back together and hang that on your Christmas tree. That could be really creative. So there's lots of different things that you could do, including making them personalised by painting some initials perhaps on the outside. But I'll leave it to you. Give this craft a go if you have got time. It's just something really fun, again, that you could do in probably a spare hour that you've got in the run up to Christmas. The next thing I wanted to share with you is a blog that I found, which is called Mona Luna, and they have a lovely Christmas craft on there, which is using some scrap fabric to make some hearts to hang on your Christmas tree. So you can be as creative if you'd like with this. You could use Christmas fabric, something like a quilting cotton or a poplin perhaps. You could use rickrack. You could use some old wool if you've got that lying around to hang this on your Christmas tree. I think literally the world is your oyster to try and create something that's in a heart shape and stitch the fabrics together. So I think on the blog it just talks you through step by step how to actually do this and how they actually did their heart design. But I think you could literally use this as inspiration to create your own thing. So rather than creating a heart, you could do a Christmas tree shape, you could do perhaps a holly leaf, you know, you could do a snowman, you could do anything that says Christmas to you. Now the nice thing about the blog that I found for inspiration is that it does have some really good pictures on there to show you kind of step by step how to actually do this project. So if you are new to crafting or you're not really sure how to begin, then this is a really good place to start. The next thing I wanted to show you is from a website called Fabric Art DIY. And what Christmas tree is a Christmas tree without having a lovely angel on the top? So why not create your own? There are lots of free sewing tutorials out there online of how to make a little angel for your Christmas tree. But the one I found I think is really sweet, and it's just kind of guides you through the process. Actually, on the top of my Christmas tree, I haven't got an angel, I've actually got an elf, which probably sounds a little bit random, but it's something that I made a while ago and it's kind of special to me, so I've actually got that sitting on top of my Christmas tree. But I think an angel is a beautiful thing to have on any Christmas tree, and again, you could gift this to someone else and they could use it, you know, for a long time. There are lots of different ways that you could make an angel for the top of your Christmas tree. You could use a quilting technique perhaps to use up some scrap fabrics and make a kind of flat type angel to go on top of your Christmas tree. You could use lots of different materials that you've got hanging around your house to create more of a doll type thing to go on the top of your Christmas tree. But the ideas that I'm sharing with you today are a really good starting point if you are a little bit short of ideas, don't really know where to start. And I think these are really lovely, and you can use just scrap bits of fabric you've got, or you can upcycle some bits and pieces you've got in your house, and hey presto, you've made a new decoration that you can bring out next year and the year after and the year after that, and it's something that the whole family can get involved with. Now pom-poms are one of my favourite things to make at Christmas time. I've got lots of pom-poms hanging on my Christmas tree, and of course you can do things like making making a pom-pom garland. But the next thing that I wanted to share with you on this video is actually how to make a pom-pom reindeer. So that probably sounds a little bit zany, and why would you make a pom-pom reindeer? But actually this is so sweet and it wouldn't take very long at all. All you need is some different types of wool, and you perhaps need a pom-pom maker, so you could use one of these plastic ones like that, or you could of course make your own using some cardboard. So if you are making your own, there's various tutorials online to show you how to actually do that. But literally, to make a pom-pom reindeer, all you do is create 2 pom-poms using something like this, one for the top, one for the bottom, and then you decorate it. So to decorate it, you could use perhaps some little plastic eyes, if you could pick those up from your craft shop. You could use some bits of fabric, you could use some felt. You need to stick those on, of course, with something like a glue gun or some PVA glue, and you need to make some little antlers. So you could make the antlers from something like felt, or again some fabric if you could reinforce it with some interfacing perhaps. So anything basically that you can stick on top of that pom-pom and create a lovely little reindeer face. So I think this is a lovely little craft that you could do of an evening when you're cozying up in front of the fire perhaps. And it's something that will just look really cute as well, and will probably get, you know, when you've got family and friends coming over to your house and they're looking at what you've got on your tree, they'll be like, oh, that's really sweet, where did you get that from, or how did you make that? And then you can tell them how creative you've been in actually putting together this little cute reindeer figure. The final thing, so the 10th idea that I'm sharing with you today is from easysewingforbeginners.com, and it's a lovely Christmas tree that you can hang up in your house. So of course you could put that on your tree, or you could hang it from, I don't know, door handles, anywhere else that you fancy basically, just to fancy up your house in the run up to the big day. Now the good thing about the tutorial that I'm actually sharing with you on the screen now is that it has got a little video on there and some pictures as well to kind of guide you through how to actually do this. So basically you're going to need to make yourself a little template, so it shows you how to do that. You're going to need some fabric to actually make the Christmas tree, something to actually stuff the Christmas tree with perhaps, so something like just some quilting kind of wadding, something like that. Or if you haven't got anything like that, you could probably use some old tights or something like that. It doesn't need to be a lot of stuffing really, just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a structure when you hang it on your Christmas tree. And you're going to need to sew up this project as well, so whether you do that on your sewing machine or you could do it by hand. You're also going to need something to hang this project onto your Christmas tree with, but this is a really lovely little project that you can be really creative with, and you can make it as simple or as difficult as you would like. Also, I think this is a really cost-effective project because you don't really need many things, and you can probably use a lot of stuff that you've just got hanging around that you perhaps don't want or need anymore. I hope you've enjoyed watching today's video, and I've given you a little bit of inspiration of how you can fancy up your house in the run-up to Christmas and bring out these decorations year after year. Like I said earlier in this video, I think Christmas decorations also make fantastic gifts for friends and family. So if you are a little bit stuck for choice of what to get, perhaps you can't get out of the house to go and buy things this year so much, why not make them a lovely little Christmas decoration that you can post to them or you can give to them next time you see them, and it's something that they can use, you know, for years and years to come, and they'll remember that you gave it to them. Don't forget, if you have enjoyed watching this video, please do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with all of my latest content. Thank you so much to all of you who've subscribed already, it really does mean a lot to me, and I'll be back on the channel really soon with some more creative ideas of things that you can make in the run up to Christmas. But until next time, I'll leave it there and say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!